kitchen. And I have a deliciousness today to show you. Today is all about the beautiful wedge salad. I have this beautiful iceberg lettuce and also steak tips. Someone asked if I would do this recipe and I have obliged. So the first thing that we need to do, la prima cosa che devo fare, the first thing that we all need to do is to put on the fatale. Today is all about the dogs. Look at all the beautiful dogs celebrating our furry friends. They're always by our side. And what I have done before I came on the air is that I took 4 strips of bacon and I have cooked them, and I have reserved the oil of the bacon, and it's in my cast iron skillet. Is what I have here. And then the rest of the bacon, I had just cut them in chunks like so they're nice and crispy. So that's what I have here. And I'm gonna go ahead and give you the ingredients as I'm heating up the oil. What I have here is 1.5 pounds of sirloin. And what I've done is I cut them in squares, guys, just like that, squares like so, okay? And then what I've done is I have taken a tablespoon of salt, a tablespoon of pepper, and a tablespoon of Montreal seasoning, because I'd rather be able, I'm not sure how much I'm going to use of this, and I'm just kind of using it with my hands. And then what I want to do is I want to liberally, I can't even say that word. I want to really get my beef nice and seasoned, because you know the beef should always be very well seasoned. I'm going to turn these guys over, and by the time the beef is done, the whole dish is done. It's that easy and that fast. In the meantime, as I am going to get these guys nice and salted and taken care of. And remember, anything you have left over, I put in a little jar, I write down what it is, and then if I need this mixture, I already have it done. I love to do it that, so I ran out, so I did not have it. What I have right now is I have my cast iron skillet. That's what I'm using. I am heating up the remaining of the oil because I did that earlier before we came on the air. And now I want to do the other side, because you know you really want to season these guys. Oh, look how lovely these guys are. Oh, and you know the Montreal seasoning just gives that deliciousness and that salt and pepper. And as you can see, I still have some of this left over. I will put that in a jar and save it for later. That's a nice little tip that I can give you. All right, so now this is smoking. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and I want to add my wonderful beef right in here. And I'm not going to crowd them. I'm just going to kind of give them their own little space. I don't want this to really cook super high. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to lower my temperature like a medium high. I just want them to brown. And make sure that your cast iron your cast iron is very well seasoned. And once you guys put these guys down, do not move them, please, because that's what's going to make that deliciousness, and it's going to cook in the bacon. Okay, so I'm done with that part. So now I'm going to put this on the side here. I'm going to grab another one. I have quite a few of these guys. So this is a cleaner one. All right, so then what I want to do is I want to bring your attention to the salad dressing. Okay, the salad dressing, what I have here is 3/4 cups of plain yogurt. I am personally using organic Greek yogurt, and that's what I like to do. And then what I have here is I have two garlic cloves that I have finely chopped. If you're not going to use organic, and you use the regular ones, and they're bigger, mine are small. So those are just going to go right in here, because that's going to be my salad dressing. This dish is going to go so fast, and it's so easy, guys. And you can chop your vegetables ahead of time, so when you come home from work, you have everything ready and everything done. Simple and easy. All right, now to this right here, I have a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. That's going to go right into the wonderful yogurt mixture. I also have here a teaspoon of red vinegar and a tiny little splash of apple cider vinegar because I want that in there. And then what I want to do is I want to mix it up. I just want to mix this up like so. Now Greek yogurt's a little thicker, so what I have here is a tablespoon of water to kind of loosen it up because I really like the Greek yogurt. And then what you have, guys, look at this beautiful thing. And what you have here, this is going to be the salad dressing. Let me go grab another tablespoon of water. Sometimes, you know, I rather add as I go than to put it all in there because, you know, you can't take it out. And I just want it a little bit thinner. And I like to use Greek yogurt, but if you don't have to use Greek yogurt, you can use regular yogurt. I just want it to just be a little more. So it takes about 2 to 3 tablespoons of Greek yogurt if you guys are using the Greek yogurt, because it's a lot healthier for you, and it's all about for your health. I like to do everything, you know, healthy. Okay, so then what you want to do is you want to have it like so. You see that consistency like that. All right, so as you can see, I did not use the whole entire 3 tablespoons. I use about 2 to 2.5 tablespoons, just like that. All right, so I'm going to put that on the side. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to use my other one of these because, you know, tips, they don't have to. And oh, wow, they're looking beautiful. And what I want to do is I want these guys to be on all sides. So I'm going to put them on the sides. When you have nice and, you know, and what I've done is I cut mine in about a good inch to 1.5 inches to 2 inches. Make sure that they're all uniform because you just don't want to, you know, you want to cook them nicey. I call them nicey. Okay, so then that takes care of that. Okay, so now what I have here is I'm just going to clear the decks. And then what I have here is, remember, we have the bacon. We have the green onions of chives, maybe about 1 tablespoon. And then depending on how big of your family is, I have my sliced tomatoes. Everything I'm using is organic. And then I have my Stilton cheese. And Stilton cheese is delicious and it's wonderful. And I know that a lot of restaurants use blue cheese, and they use blue cheese dressing when they make this wedge salad. All right, so then what I want to do here is I have my salad, my iceberg, and then what I do is I put it down like this, and I just snack it. I know. And then you can, it comes, the whole entire thing comes right off, guys. It's that simple. And then what I want to do to this wonderful thing is that I want to cut it in wedges. Oh, yes. And then get yourself a nice platter like so, and just kind of put your wedges. See that? Like I'm doing like that. Let me grab the other one. And if you know, whatever, you know, you guys want to do with the other sides, you know, with these other, because, you know, I don't like to throw anything away. So I'm going to take this lettuces that I have on the side over here. I'm going to bring this back up over here. I'm just going to put that like so, just like that. I'm going to take some of my tomatoes and maybe put them on the side like that, because my tips are almost done. Maybe put some in the middle there. You know, make it look pretty. Oh, you know me, I like it to make it pretty. I like things to be beautiful. So I'm just going to continue to put some like that. Maybe a couple are coming down like so. So then now what I want to do now is that I have my tomatoes. I'm going to save these for lunch later because they make great lunches. So, you know, get yourself a nice little baggie. You know, like a little baggie like so. And then you can put your extra lettuces. That will make a very lovely, wonderful lunch for another day. All right, so now that I have this like this, right? Now I'm going to move my little guys around because I want to get the rest of my sides, because I want my sides. I want this to like be a medium. I like my meat medium. My husband likes medium well. He likes it medium as well. So now I'm going to shut this off because they're pretty much done. So what I'm looking at is I'm looking at a good medium to medium that you should really eat a medium, but I like or medium what is the other one? The that it's, you know, if you wanted a little more, not medium, more. Oh gosh, my mind just went blank. Okay, I'll get back to that. It's called 64 years old. The tiki-tiki's not working. All right, so what I want to do to the stilled cheese is I want to come over here and I want to take this tablespoon in my hand and I just want to crumble it into my wonderful salad dressing like so. I'm going to take another tablespoon. So it's good, 2 tablespoons, guys, that I'm just going to be adding. I'm crumbling it. See what I'm doing? I'm crumbling it. I like to get all the parts that are on the bottom. Oh my God, and I'm going to rinse my hands really quick. Super easy transaction over here. And then what I want to do with this is I want to go ahead and I want to mix this wonderful cheese in there like that. You know, blue cheese dressing, pretty much, you know, you can make blue cheese dressing. And it doesn't have to be fat, you know, you don't have to use mayonnaise. You can use yogurt, and that's what I use. Okay, so then what I have over here is I'm going to bring back my platter. And I am going to take my wonderful little, oh yeah, my beef tips are all done. They look fabulous. Oh, ho, 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 ho. And trust me, whatever juice there is, I'm not getting rid of that juice, guys, because later on, I can make a gravy and I can freeze that gravy. Yes, you can freeze gravies and you can utilize them for when you're making a beef stew. So these are going to be cooking, and remember, we're going to leave, you know, the tips to kind of hang out because, you know, tips, beef, it takes a good 10 to 15 minutes before you can eat them, guys. Okay? And as you can see, I'm making quite a few tips, and that's because my husband and I are going to have this for lunch. And when I do this, it also carries for dinner. So if you have enough, then you can have it also for dinner. So I'm going to shut this off, you know, and then what you can do with this other part here is you can make a gravy if you like. I'm not going to be you doing a gravy today. So then what I want to do now is I want to grab another spoon, a bigger spoon. I already have this deliciousness like so. Look at this beautiful, oh my God. Oh my God, I can't wait. I can't wait. You have all this deliciousness. You see this? And then what I want to do is I want to come over here and then I just want to go ahead and just pour some of this beautifulness because, you know, depending on how many people you're going to have, if you're going to have, you know, every person gets a wedge. And then what I would do is I would have the salad dressing on the side. And then what I would do here is I would come over here and I would take my bacon. And I don't know about you, but I really love bacon. And I want my bacon to be everywhere. I really love bacon. And this is the only, the bacon that I bought is it doesn't have any, oh my goodness gracious, I can't think this morning for some reason. It's one of those unthinkable days. The bacon that I use, it doesn't have all kinds of different chemicals. Now I'm going to take my wonderful green onions or chives, and we're just going to put it right over here. Maybe put some a little bit on the beef tips. Oh my God! Wait till I show you this, and they're juicy. Oh my God! I can't wait till I get into it. And then what you guys have, are you ready? Are you ready? You have this beautiful wedge salad with these beautiful sirloin tips. Look how wonderful this looks. Don't you want to be here? Don't you want to have this? I don't eat beef that often, but I tell you what, we eat beef once a month, and when we do, you know, I try to really go to my local farmers and find out where my food is coming from because I don't want those pesticides. And let me tell you something about iceberg lettuce. It's full of fiber. It's full of vitamins A, C, K. It's low in calories. And it's wonderful. It's high in water and it helps prevent birth defects. Yes. So there is a lot of goodness to to wonderful iceberg lettuce. And again, everything I'm using is organic, and I implore you to use organic so you don't have pesticides if you can. And I want to thank you. I want to thank you for joining me. I want to thank my beautiful sponsors, Cola Harris with FARMASI. I want to thank Soul Angel with Color Streets. I want to thank Stephen Bailey with Bailey Fishing and Charters, and I want to thank my friend Dario Rodriguez with Life and Superstore, and I want to thank you so much for joining me in this beautiful magenta. Thank you, thank you.